Your person feels the separation between you slowly dissolving, almost as if an invisible veil that once kept you apart is finally lifting. They've been watching the truth unravel in front of them, truth about their own patterns, their karmic attachments, and the emotional blockages that once clouded their judgment. Each revelation has forced them to confront the choices they made, and they can no longer deny the role they played in creating distance between you. They feel they let you down in more ways than they can put into words, and the weight of that realization sits heavily on their heart. Still, beneath all the regret and self-reflection, they remain your emperor, someone who may stumble, someone who may falter, but someone who ultimately rises and moves with purpose. No matter how long it takes or how difficult the journey becomes, they are preparing to make their way back to you with determination, clarity, and a depth of intention they didn't have before. Your person's longing for you has grown into something almost unbearable. They crave not only your presence but the emotional and intimate exchange that once felt so natural between you. They replay memories of the closeness you shared, the moments when everything felt aligned, and they plead with the universe to create an opening that will bring the two of you face to face again. It's as if every unanswered question, every unfinished moment, and every suppressed emotion has come rushing back all at once. They want to feel your energy again, to be let into your heart in the way you once allowed so freely. The thought of you keeping them at a distance now terrifies them more than anything, especially when they realize how much they took that closeness for granted. Now, in the stillness of their solitude, they watch you from afar, trying to understand how they allowed something so meaningful to slip through their fingers. They see you moving forward, growing, evolving, and stepping into your own strength. As proud as they are of you, it also jolts them awake, reminding them that if they don't face their karma, if they don't own their mistakes, they risk losing you forever. This realization has become a turning point for them. They know they can't cut corners, can't bypass the lessons, and can't simply hope things fall into place without them doing the inner work. The only way back to you is through accountability, healing, and transformation, steps they are finally willing to take. Even so, the thought of you moving on with someone else is a quiet torment that lingers in the back of their mind. It kills them to imagine you giving your love, your time, or your tenderness to another person. At the same time, they can't shake the intuitive feeling that you can sense them coming forward again, that somewhere deep within you, there is still awareness of their energy shifting in your direction. They hold on to that belief, not as wishful thinking, but as a sign that the connection between you remains alive on a level that can't be denied. Their determination has grown stronger than ever. They want not only to return to you, but to make you fall in love with them again, not through charm or promises, but through action, consistency, and genuine change. They want to show you that they have evolved, that they understand what they risked, and that they are ready to meet you with the emotional maturity and devotion you always deserved. This time, they want to be someone who enhances your life, not someone who creates confusion or instability. Every day, they ask the universe for guidance, for courage, and for the right moment to step back into your life. They are learning to trust divine timing, knowing that nothing about this connection has ever been random. They are asking for clarity, for healing, and for the strength to approach you without fear or hesitation. More importantly, they are asking for the chance to show you their true self, stripped of ego, stripped of excuses, stripped of anything that once kept them from fully showing up. Even in this period of silence, their love for you continues to grow. It has softened them, humbled them, and opened their eyes to what truly matters. They now understand that the connection they share with you is not something that can be replaced, ignored, or forgotten. It exists on a level deeper than circumstance, deeper than distance, and deeper than the challenges that once came between you. Your person is on their way back, not recklessly, not impulsively, but with intention and a newfound sense of truth. They are ready to face their shadows, ready to rewrite the story, and ready to fight for the love they almost lost. And with every step they take, they hope you can feel the shift, the pull, and the certainty growing within them that this connection is far from over. I always knew about the connection we shared, even though I pretended not to notice it. Deep inside, I felt it from the very beginning, the warmth, the unspoken understanding, the way our energies naturally gravitated toward each other, but I chose to hide behind a mask of indifference. I could see the effort you put into showing me how special our bond truly was. Every small gesture, every glance, every moment you tried to bridge the distance between us spoke louder than any words ever could. I noticed how you kept searching my eyes for some kind of confirmation that I felt the same way, some sign that your feelings weren't one-sided. You wanted reassurance, something real that would tell you I was just as in love as you were. But instead of giving you that comfort, I acted cold and neutral, and for that I am not proud. I know very well that I let you down. I saw the disappointment in your eyes, the quiet sadness that would settle in whenever I pulled away. I knew it made you feel alone, unwanted, and confused, and yet I still kept my distance as if protecting myself mattered more than protecting your heart. The truth is, I was harsh with you in the past, not because I didn't care, and certainly not because I didn't love you. It was actually the opposite. I cared too much, and I didn't know what to do with emotions that felt so overwhelming and so new. I have never known how to properly express love. I've never been good at opening up or allowing myself to be vulnerable, and I struggled to understand what to do with feelings that were deeper and more powerful than anything I had ever experienced before. This connection, the depth of it, the intensity of it, scared me at times. It felt too real, too genuine, and I didn't trust myself to handle it the right way. I thought pushing you away would somehow keep me safe, as if distance could protect me from the possibility of losing you. But now I realize that all I did was hurt you, and I regret every moment that made you feel less than cherished. Even today, whenever you are near me, my heart still reacts before my mind has time to catch up. It beats faster, louder, as if it's trying to tell me all the things I've been too afraid to say. There is something about your presence that reaches into the deepest parts of me, something comforting, something familiar, something that feels like home. And each time I find myself close to you, I wish I had the courage to speak openly, to finally tell you what has been held inside me for so long. I wish I could let the words flow without hesitation, without fear, without the instinct to shield myself. I want to express everything I've always wanted to tell you, all the thoughts I've buried, all the feelings I've kept hidden behind silence and self-protection. You truly are the most beautiful thing that has ever happened to me, and I don't mean beauty only in the physical sense. Your heart, your sincerity, your ability to love so deeply and so openly, those are the things that make you extraordinary. When you revealed your feelings for me, I felt like the luckiest person in the world. For a moment, I couldn't believe that someone like you, someone so full of love, so full of warmth, could look at me and see something worth loving. I was surprised, almost shocked, that someone could care for me with such purity and intensity. I often wondered what you saw in me, how you could love me that much, how you could choose me despite my flaws, my hesitations, and my inability to express myself the way you deserved. Looking back now, I can see how much you tried, how patient you were with me, how deeply you hoped I would meet you halfway. I know I made things harder than they needed to be. I know I created distance where there should have been closeness. But please understand, it was never because my heart was empty, it was because my heart was full, overflowing in ways I didn't know how to manage. I had never experienced a love so real, so intense, so soul-shaking, and I reacted the only way I knew how, by retreating, by pretending I felt less than I actually did. But the truth is simple, I have always felt it. I have always cared. I have always been moved by your presence, touched by your words, and humbled by your love. And even though I didn't show it the way you deserved, my feelings for you have always run deeper than I ever allowed myself to admit. You are, without question, one of the most meaningful and beautiful parts of my life. And now, more than ever, I wish I had been brave enough to embrace that sooner. You left a profound and unforgettable mark on your partner, one they never expected, yet one they can no longer deny. In their heart, they have always known that you were their true divine counterpart, the soul that mirrors their own in ways both beautiful and confronting. But despite recognizing this connection on some level, they rejected you, not because you weren't worthy, but because they were overwhelmed by fear, unhealed wounds, and the weight of their past trauma. The intensity of your presence, the purity of your intentions, and the depth of the emotional and spiritual bond between you were unfamiliar territory for someone who had spent so long protecting themselves from vulnerability. Instead of stepping toward the love you offered, they ran from it. Yet, in the midst of their rejection, something powerful happened within you. You recognized your worth, not in an arrogant or prideful way, but in a grounded, soul-deep way that made you realize you deserved someone who was ready to meet you with honesty, openness, and emotional maturity. So you did what many would not have had the strength to do, you allowed them to walk away. You didn't chase. You didn't beg. You simply released them with a quiet understanding that love that is meant for you will never require you to diminish yourself or abandon your own inner truth. This act of letting them go became a pivotal moment in both of your journeys. For them, it became a spiritual disruption, something that forced them to confront the illusions they had been living under. Your absence made them question everything they thought they understood about connection, relationships, and even themselves. They began to wonder what was real and what wasn't, because the energy between you had been undeniable, and the loss of it created a void they could no longer ignore. Your withdrawal wasn't punishment, it was the catalyst for their awakening. Now, beneath their silence and distance, they secretly long for you in ways they've never longed for anyone before. They think about you constantly, replaying memories, reanalyzing conversations, and wondering how they allowed fear to sabotage something so rare. In the quiet moments of their life, late at night, early in the morning, or in the middle of ordinary routines, you cross their mind as the one who got away, the one who brought meaning, comfort, and balance without ever demanding anything in return. They are now trying to manifest your return, hoping that fate or divine timing will offer them another chance to make things right. The energy you embody now is priceless to them, even if they never admitted it when you stood before them with an open heart. When you took back your power, you unknowingly initiated a transformation within them. Your strength didn't just inspire them, it challenged them. It shattered their ego, exposed their insecurities, and forced them to grow beyond the limitations of their old self. They thought they were in control of the dynamic, but you surprised them. You beat them at their own game simply by refusing to play it. Instead of engaging in emotional tug-of-war, you rose above it, and that is what broke their ego, not cruelty or pettiness, but your refusal to cling to someone who wasn't ready for you. In their eyes now, you are the embodiment of the divine feminine, powerful yet gentle, fearless yet compassionate, bold yet sensible. There is something captivating about the way you carry yourself, something magnetic about your energy that they can't replicate or find in anyone else. They see you not only as someone who loved them but as someone who awakened something sacred within them. Your independence, your emotional depth, and your spiritual clarity stand out to them as qualities that are rare and irreplaceable. They think about how you brought love, peace, and balance into their life simply by being who you are. You didn't try to fix them or change them, your energy naturally harmonized with theirs, even in moments when they didn't understand why they felt drawn to you. They remember how your presence soothed parts of them they didn't even know were wounded. They now see that you brought them a sense of stability and emotional grounding that they had been searching for without realizing it. And though they may not yet know how to express it, they feel the loss of that balance now more than ever. On the surface, they may appear calm, distant, or unfazed, but inside, their emotions are shifting. Their soul is awakening. Their mind is replaying everything they didn't see clearly at the time. They are beginning to understand that you weren't just another person passing through their life, you were a turning point, a mirror that reflected both their potential and their unresolved shadows. Your courage to walk away did not push them away forever, instead, it pulled them toward their own healing. And because of that, they are now quietly hoping for the chance to show you the version of themselves that your love helped them discover. They may not know how to approach you yet, but they are manifesting, imagining, and preparing for the moment they can come back with sincerity rather than fear. Even now, your energy lingers in their heart, a reminder of the love, peace, and balance you once brought, and the hope that perhaps, one day, your souls will align once more.